Drive the nail aright, boys. Hit it on the head. Strike with all your might, boys, while the iron's red. When you've work to do, boys, do it with a will. They who reach the top, boys, first must climb the hill.
A young Bahamian woman making her mark as she was selected as the valedictorian for the class of 2024 for St. Mary's University in Halifax, Canada. 22-year-old Selena Rose says she was overwhelmed when she first heard the news, but she was proud for the honor.
I only started thinking about it last year, September, so in my final semester, because I wanted to give the valedictorian speech. I wanted people to say, oh, that's a Bahamian up there speaking. So from there, I started working towards it. I applied for it. I gave them my speech, and they said yes. So yeah, I just really wanted the Bahamas to be seen on that global stage.
Graduating with a bachelor's degree in global development studies, Rose says her mind was made up as her past experience ignited her passion.
I was chosen to represent the Bahamas when I was in grade 11, so that was 2017, at the Global Young Leaders Conference. And there we practiced global policy, foreign policy, solving global crises. And I was like, I want to do this for the Bahamas. So once I came back, I was like, okay. So I started my path on finding out which schools would be best, where would I need to work, who would I need to speak to, and that's where the passion just ignited from there.
With the youth being the next generation of change makers and policy creators, Selena shares what is number one on her list for the Bahamas.
Right now, the most important, I think, that everyone should be passionate about is climate change. And I think as an island nation, we should be the most passionate because we're literally on the forefront of all the crises, hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunamis, all of these stuff that will be impacting the Bahamas. As a matter of fact, they're impacting the Bahamas now. So I feel as though, as a young person, someone should be saying something or going to school for it, you know?
For those who turn a blind eye to the issue,
the simplest thing I could tell them is go outside. How does it feel? Extremely hot, right? When you were younger, you wasn't feeling these type of temperatures. But yet, we as young people, obviously, we're accustomed to it because, you know, we were born into this. But persons who were born in in earlier times, they're like, oh, wow, but it was never this hot. And that's all you need. It was never this hot. It wasn't supposed to be this hot. So we must do something about it.
as a young Black woman, Rose says it is important for her to continue shining as she never knows who it may encourage.
I believe that as a Black woman, it's important to be seen so that I can encourage even the younger girls so that they can look up and say, oh, she looks like me. I could do that too. So if I could just encourage one person, if I could touch one little girl to say, you know what, I want to go to school, I want to learn my lesson, I want to go to college, I want to go to a trade school, I want to be like her. Matter of fact, I want not to be like her, I want to be my own person, but following a path. I think that's what it's all about.
She adds that young Bahamians should be focused on obtaining a higher level education.
It's important to continue your higher education because education is the tool, it's the key that unlocks your future. And without that key, you cannot unlock it. So I would urge you, implore you, I beg you, go to school. And you don't even have to go to university. Learn a trade, go to PTVI, go to UB, those things free. So please, please go learn.
Now that she's crossed the hurdle, she says she's onto her master's as she wants to climb higher with hopes of having a seat at the table when policies on the country are being made. Linton Ritchie Jr., Eyewitness News.